All them boys know, go get it, go hard for the U, we go harder than you. Getting it poppin', 2-1 gun salute. Shout out them boys, footballer hoop. Know we the truth, Miami to you. Orange and green, I'm a rep for the team, but you know what I bleed. FCMG.
Got my game face, my cane shape like I'm Bo Nose and D Nasty. It's game time and I'm Duke Johnson. I run the ball, you don't do nothing. Sound like a drum line when I touch down. Alumni all in the crowd, we 2 up, juiced up. Now everybody throwing them U's up.
There you up, look at what we do up. There you up, there you up. Look at what we do up. There you.
What is going on, everybody? You all there?
Yeah.
All right.
What's going on?
Oh, nothing much. The airplane is about to crash down. The Titanic sinking. What's going on, Tommy?
Not much. Just hoping, praying to God I don't die in this plane crash.
Oh, man. Is it a plane crash or is the boat sinking? What do you guys like better?
Let's do the boat sinking. The Titanic.
Yeah. Yeah, it does seem like the Titanic.
It does. I don't know what it feels like.
So let's all get your tables out and start swimming use them as rafts. And check.
If it is the Titanic, who's going to play the violin? You know, in the movie, you got the guys playing the violin. Well, who's doing that right now?
We'll let Vic do that. He can sink with the boat and have his martinis.
That's pretty funny.
Wow. It was meant to be.
Oh, man.
Well,
in his suit.
This is
well, boy.
I'm just sitting here watching. It looks like the internet is fucking going crazy tonight again.
Oh, no. Did we get knocked off again?
No, we're not knocked off, but I'm watching the numbers jump up and down, up and down. But let's go on. Let's go on with it. I don't know what the fuck's going on with it. I wonder if someone's fucking hacking into my fucking internet. So I'm starting to fucking worry. Huh?
I don't think so. I mean, why? Like, what do you mean? Like they knocked into the IP address or something?
They got into my Wi-Fi. You know, the more people on it, it's gonna make it fucking weak. Usually,
right.
Usually it's fucking. You know, everything is good. It was like.
Well, do you have a password to your Wi-Fi?
Yeah, I got a password. Of course.
Well, then I don't think you have nothing to worry about. I mean, unless someone around your neighborhood tapped into something, I don't know.
Well, how there's no neighborhood here, but how else?
Oh,
how else would
you got that Mexican bar across the street? Maybe they're stealing your Wi-Fi.
I'm just saying, there's usually if I'm the only one on the internet going direct to the computer, my internet is fast as shit. I don't know. I don't know what's slowing it down. But let's move on. If it's still coming up on YouTube, the video is coming a little bit slow, but it's still you know, I don't know.
Yeah.
Still rolling. But what's going on, Kane fans? We are here. We have a lot of stuff to talk about. And where do we start? You know, we would start with Pitt. We'll save Pitt for the end because Pitt is actually the boring story of the week, which is probably the boring story. Where do we start at? How about we start out with Zach McCloud? Zach McCloud, can you believe this?
Tell me. I don't even know this one. Tell me.
He's starting.
I mean, if this is true, he is starting. Why didn't he come in and play last week then? Because this is his This is more than 5th game, so he should blow his red shirt then, correct?
No, they say this.
Well, when did this happen? Has this been announced? He announced it?
Yeah, announced it today in his press conference.
Oh, my God. I didn't even know about this.
So, no, Tommy, this is going to be his 3rd game. This will be his 3rd game.
Oh, but he's good, though, right?
So then he's good then.
Yeah, but still, I mean, you're telling me, would you not take that as an insult? You're going to redshirt me, and now you want to come tell me to come play? Fuck, I'd be like, fuck you.
No, but he wanted to be red-shirted, though. He went and wanted to be red-shirted.
Of course, because he wasn't playing. So now you didn't want to play me then. I mean, you didn't want to play me then. Now all of a sudden, now you need me. So now you want me to play?
I don't know. We gotta wait.
So then, which linebacker's not going to start then? So is Pinkley out then?
Yeah, Pinckney's out. They said he should be back for Florida State.
Oh, then that's why he's starting them, bro. Mystery solved.
I know.
Yeah, but still, why not put him in last week then?
There's no mystery. If it's me, I feel disrespected. It's not like he's a freshman or sophomore that only played 1 year. This guy started here for 3 years, Damian. And now you benched the guy this year because you want to change your system. And then now you need him. So now it's like, now go play for us. Please go play for us now. I'd be mad. If I was him, I'm not going to lie. I'd be out of this fucking school if I was him. Like that.
No, he's happy he's starting. I mean, what is there to be sad about?
What do you mean?
I mean, if I'm him, I'm going out and I'm balling out.
Yeah. Tommy has the right idea.
I am balling out.
He's like, fuck, if they want to do that to me, then you know what? I'm going to rip someone's head off. You know, that's the right idea.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
It gives them more motivation.
All you do is go put more tape out there for you. You see where I'm going with this, Bo.
Yeah, he's putting tape out so then he can transfer. Hit the portal.
I ball out. You want to disrespect me? All right.
Hit the portal.
Yeah, well, hey, there's nothing to lose, you know?
There's not.
Mm-hmm.
Man, but
that's why Pittsburgh, well, at the end of the show, we'll talk about it. Pittsburgh should be a little worried because we don't give there's nothing to lose anymore. But we'll talk about it at the end of the show.
Yeah, I mean, and then, you know, while we talk about transfers, how about Hightower transferring? Hitting the portal.
Oh, man.
You know, I'm not...
I mean, you can't blame him. I mean, he's not playing.
He's not playing.
I mean, he's got Butterfingers playing over him.
I'm not worried about him transferring, really. We're stacked at that position. But, man, I just think, who else is next? Lingard?
Probably. I got another one that I'm going to throw out.
Martell?
We talked about this, and it never dawned on me when we were talking about this. What about Mallory?
No, Mallory, he's not. He's not going nowhere. I don't see him going. He's had his moments. What these players need to realize is we need to be like the New England Patriots. With all these weapons, when we play certain teams, the game plan is going to be more towards Jordan. And we've seen that this year. And then we played North Carolina. It was more towards Mallory. They just got to understand with how many players we got, sometimes the ball is not going to go in their hands a lot in certain games.
You want to know something, Bo? I think the iceberg hit the Titanic probably in the summertime. If you heard that interview already with the thing you sent me, that link.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that in a little bit. But go ahead.
Yeah, okay, yeah, but what I'm saying is, I think this has been a clusterfuck even before the season started, man.
Yeah. But hey, good luck to Hightower wherever he goes. Good luck to him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have any hate towards him or nothing. Good luck to him.
Where do you think he goes?
I don't know.
You think he stays in state, or you think he leaves state?
He probably leaves. He only went to IMG. He's not from here, so I don't know. I don't know. Who knows? I don't care. Wherever you go, you go.
At the end of the day, man, these are good kids, you know? I mean, come on. These are good kids. They're doing the right thing. I mean, you can't blame them. You know what I'm saying? They want to better their life. You know?
I don't blame him. Hey, he's got it.
I mean, come on, Bo. We're kids. What do we do? You know?
No, I don't care if you.
Did you transfer in this situation, Bo? Because you were a star corner at your school. I wouldn't say star, but average corner at your school. You go to the next level. They're not playing you. They're trying you. What do you do, bro?
No, it's not. I don't think they're trying him. I just don't think he's better than guys ahead of him. But at the same time, what you got to look at is, okay, next year, Osborne's going to be gone. Thomas, who knows what's up with him. So you can pretty much count both of them out. That's two guys gone. Next year, you're probably gonna play.
But this is what I want to do now. I want to do the what if I was him game, meaning that these are kids. So what if it happened to you as far as this transfer portal, people transferring out? I mean, Bo, what would you do?
I would stay. You would
stay? Tommy, what would you do?
It'd be tough, especially if I was him, knowing that I personally, I'd see what was out there.
Me, if I'm at my dream school, which is University of Miami, I'm probably staying. If I'm at University of Michigan, I would want to go get the hell out of there and go somewhere else to have some playing time.
I mean, you're not telling me he's not better than Hightower, or Hightower's not better than Wiggins. Listen, how many balls does Wiggins get to drop?
Yeah, he also made a big catch at the end, though. Tommy made a huge catch down the middle, and we're not at practice. Maybe Hightower's dropping all kinds of shit at practice. There's a reason Hightower's not playing now. I mean, there's got to be a reason. I don't think Hightower is one of the best ones out there. And I mean, because he's not fast enough to play the position that Pope and them play. He's got to play the outside. I don't know. Oh well, move on. I'm on the number 12 bandwagon anyways. That just makes Peyton one more step up. That's all it does. So I'll be happy with that.
Well, I'm big on Peyton too.
I think Peyton. Maybe he realizes Peyton is better than him. Maybe he's like, yo, this kid Peyton is better than me. So when next year comes, Peyton's gonna jump me. They know who's better than who at practice. Is there a reason Russo wasn't playing? I think they were trying to play the older guys, and then they put him in there, and he started making big time plays, and then you couldn't say no. Was this season on the coach's fault only? I'll say a lot of it is on the coaches, but no, not all of it. You got a field goal kicker. You got a shitty offensive line coach. We'll get into that later. It's on both, but it's the coach's job to have the fuckers ready.
Inconsistent corner play.
But let's see.
Well, Bubba has no business kicking no more. I mean, it's not. I mean, hey, he doesn't have what it takes. Nothing against the kid, but Manny has no business putting him out there anymore.
Maybe Camden Price. Let's see if we finally see him. I don't know. Who knows? I don't know. I don't care. Maybe we don't kick it no more. Maybe we just start going for twos and going for it on fourth down. I don't know. They
better hope it's not a windy, bad day in Pittsburgh on Saturday. Definitely on that open end. I'm telling you, NFL kickers will tell you they don't like kicking in that stadium.
I'm not that big in playing video games, but when I was a kid and I played the football game, and I wouldn't get the kicker, you couldn't get how do I get the kicker to kick the ball? Oh, fuck it. I fuck the kicker. I'm just going on fourth down. That's what this reminds me of.
You know what? I don't know. How about the quarterback thing? No announcement yet. What is up with this? Why not just make an announcement?
Maybe Williams has got a doctor's appointment. They're waiting on that. Maybe they're trying to wait to give Williams an extra day to help. Maybe that's who they really want is Williams. Or maybe Perry. They're trying to see what Perry's shoulder reacts.
Or maybe Manny Diaz don't know what the hell he's doing. There's a lot of maybes.
Right? More likely he don't know what the hell he's doing.
I mean, it's just weird. I mean, I don't know. This should be Enos' decision, you would think, how much we pay him.
Yeah, he's the offensive coordinator.
I don't know. Who knows? I mean, with this whole program, who knows? This program's wow.
Wow, man.
It's a clusterfuck.
Can you remember anything like this, Bo? Like, you had 96, 97, but that was the probation thing. I don't remember anything like this bad, man.
I don't remember.
What about that 6-6 year we had with was it Golden when we played at Independence Bowl? Was it that bad, or?
Yeah, after that,
I don't know.
Remember after the Clemson game when he got fired, it was pretty bad.
Yeah, but we ended up doing 6-6 or something. I don't know. What did we do that year? I don't know. Yeah, I think we went to Independence Bowl that year.
Yeah.
But shit, we had that incredible game, that miracle game after that, right?
Yeah.
So that was like good periods. I don't remember no good things about the season. Only beating Virginia.
It's only been in Virginia. I mean, think the Central Michigan game was like a fucking loss.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that was a. Come on,
hey bro,
all these
on
games,
Facebook. Go ahead.
All these home games we've been to, the only one that's felt good is Virginia. Even the Central Michigan game, I felt like.
Oh, it was horrible. And speaking of that, bro, there was a guy on Facebook. I don't know who he was, but he did one of these. He did. I don't know why you guys are bitching. We're like Manny said, we're a few games from 7-0. I went ahead and took that little thing and put it on. Put it on Twitter and said, "Hey, we're a couple plays to being 1-6." So,
oh man,
you realize that it could go both ways. Either we could be 7-0, we're a couple plays for being 7-0, or we're a couple plays for being 1-6, man.
So let's see. What was the second game of the year? North Carolina, we lost.
Yeah.
Then Bethune was the only game that was the blowout.
Mm-hmm. And we're a couple games, a couple plays away from losing that Central Michigan game. Could have went anyway.
Central Michigan has the ball driving at the end before we intercepted.
Mm-hmm.
They scored there, we lose to them.
No, they had interceptions that were dropped that Williams threw the ball right to them over the middle.
So we could have lost that one. That one was a play away.
Which one was the next play away? Who was after that?
What about Virginia? Virginia could have won that game. It wasn't like we dominated them.
Yeah, Virginia could have easily did something there.
You know?
The Virginia Tech game could have, I mean.
The Virginia Tech game lost. So you're right. We could be 1-6 right now.
We could be 1-6 right now. So for all the people saying, hey, we could be 7-0, we could be 1-6. So it could go both ways. So we're stuck with this 3-5 record or whatever the hell we got. I don't even know what the record. 3-4.
3-4.
So 3-4. Okay. Almost 3-5. Hopefully not 3-5, but you know.
Just imagine next week could be 3-5 matchups.
Wow.
Just imagine. I mean, okay. Then last night I'm on Twitter, just scrolling around, bored, and I run into the Romberg's podcast. And Bryant McKinney on there. Wow. Was that an eye-opener, that podcast?
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. I know most of everyone listened to that. That was, man. So they were talking about, I believe, go ahead and say what they're talking about, bro.
Oh, they were talking about first how when they went there this summer. Oh, McKinney went there and worked with them. And he couldn't believe how bad it was. So he called Romberg up, told Romberg to come up to the school with him. And then Romberg is like, holy fuck, I can't believe this. And McKinney said, yeah, but it's better than what it was. And he's like, holy fuck. I mean.
And that's where the iceberg hit. I think that's where the iceberg was hitting.
In the summer. Then, then they move on and, they said 75 is fucking, and they're trying to show him how to watch film and he's joking around and fucking playing grab ass. And they're like, what in the fuck? They're not used to this stuff. They joked around and stuff, but when it was time for business, or it was time to playing during film. And
they said the players got their own clicks, right? Did I hear that right? He said the players.
Yep, he said the players got their own clicks. They don't hang out like they used to back in the day, and everything.
Yeah, they said that they don't hang out. They said They said to run it.
What about them not using their hands? They said they're not using their hands?
They said they're not using their hands. They said they don't communicate. They don't communicate on the line. All they do is catch. So basically all they're doing is pass blocking. You never see them go up and hit somebody. They just catch and catch. And McKinney said that's what Barry teaches, though. Barry's not teaching to go get somebody. They're just to catch. And he said that, and he was not high on Barry. He said no comment, but he was not high on Barry. But wow.
Yeah, did Manny do a bad job of hiring these guys over here in the offensive line? I mean, he did a real bad hiring, huh?
Yes.
I think he did.
Would have been better if he would have just kept Rick's guys and just became the coach, or what do you guys think about that?
No, I don't. I think you had to switch, but I think he should. I don't know. I think he should have did his homework.
All you had to do was, like, Rick's son was gone, you know, just get an offensive coordinator, which he did. But
yeah, but everyone bitched about Searles. But I don't know. North Carolina. I don't know. I haven't been watching their offensive line this year, so I don't know.
Am I correct, or didn't they say these kids are soft on the line?
They said it. They said it. Plain as day. No hand fighting.
The kids are soft. They don't. I mean,
well, out of 5 years of doing the show, I don't think this is. I think this is the worst. Like, have we ever been like this? I know the couple that golden year we were feeling like shit. But do you feel hopeless right now with this team? Like, I've never felt like this.
I feel hopeless, bro. It's hopeless.
Yeah, I feel really hopeless. I feel like
I told Bo earlier, I do not see a national championship. I do not see a playoff team in my lifetime. I don't think this gets any better.
I know most likely Pedro's probably going to call me in the show, and he's going to say, guys, come on, guys, just calm down. But I don't know about calming down anymore, Pedro.
I hope Pedro calls it tonight. I really got some questions for him. I mean,
how can he convince? I want him to try to convince us to calm down. I want him to.
You know what? You know what's so mad? It's just like, I'm just so mad that I don't even care anymore. It's like, wow, I don't even care. You wake up and you go on Twitter and you see all this news, like so-and-so's Hightower's transferring. You know what I mean? You just see quarterback's not announced yet. And then Diaz says one thing this day and something else the next day. And, now he's...
there's always some shit.
Oh, man.
Every time you wake up in the morning, it's like, oh, here we go.
God, they need to have a damn... They should have been doing a damn... that show that they do for the NFL, for the Raiders they did this year. They should have did that for the whole season for the Hurricanes. Oh, it would have been...
that Hard Knocks?
Or they could,
yeah, that type of stuff. They should have did that.
Well, they had that Hard Knocks for college.
Or they should have did like the what's the college one? Last Chance U. They should have did that for Miami this year. Oh man, it would have been drama filled. Oh, the
HBO's doing a college one. They've got like Washington State. They're out west. Like Washington State and a couple other schools.
Yeah, but they need to.
Doesn't Notre Dame do that? No, that's basketball. There was one school does that.
They needed to do Miami this year, man. It would have been. They would have had ratings, man. People would have been like, "You got to watch this."
The nation would have loved it because they like to see us when we're down like that. They would have all and think about the behind the scenes things that have happened and all the crazy stuff. Oh man, and the hashtags that would have been created and the retweet. There must have been a lot of behind the scenes classic things that were happening.
Well, at least we know one thing. We would have seen what happened with Jeff Thomas. Whatever's happened, we would have seen it unless they would have cut it out.
Oh no, we would have seen it. They would have showed that because that would have been ratings. So he got suspended 2 games, or he's coming back Florida State game, right?
Yeah.
2 games. What do you think he could have done for a 2-game suspension?
Who knows? It could be anything.
2-game suspension. Man.
What could he have done for 2 games? I don't know. Either
drug
fight,
test, drug test, fight.
Maybe drug test, fight. Did he get into his
2 game suspension? I don't know. Yeah, coach. That's the only thing I could think of. Cursing out, really disrespecting a staff or a teacher or something. Something disrespectful to get a 2. I don't think what is it? Puffin the Magic Dragon would get 2 games there. Smoking weed. I think he had to do something really disrespectful, man.
It had to be something. If I had to guess, I think you're right, Damien. I think it's something disrespectful. I really do.
Very disrespectful. Get 2 games. He must have the teacher, either professor coach. Or something,
I think he did something to the coach.
The coach? Yeah.
I think he did. I think he got into it with the coach.
Or maybe he fought someone in school and they didn't press charges, but they're like, "Oh, well, you gotta." I don't know. It could be. We don't know. We could do the guessing game all the time.
All right, but here, North Fresh just said, what killed it for a lot of fans is they came in this year with unreal expectations people really were talking about playoffs and shit, competing with Clemson. Slow down. But North Fresh.
Well, it was Diaz fucking with us.
It's Diaz
put that shit in our head.
T&M. Well, we got a playoff team with our schedule. Come on. But North Fresh, you can't tell me this isn't a Coastal champion team, right? You're telling me that this roster's not a team to win the Coastal? Come on, man. We're asking too much to win the Coastal. We got more talent than every team in the Coastal. I don't care what no one says. We got more talent. More. Look, with the team that's probably going to win the Coastal, Virginia, we beat them.
I'm going to tell you what. If Manny Diaz would have came in and didn't fuck our heads up and said, all right, it's my first year, we're going to do our best, we're going to be optimistic, not fucking putting our heads in New Miami and all this shit. Like, look what happened in 2013. We went 7-0 going into the Florida State game. What did Golden say? I don't think we're ready. The cloud's still hanging overhead. He said that before Florida State.
Yes.
So he was at least letting us know. Golden didn't fuck with us and tell us, hey, we're about to win. He always did the cloud over our head gig.
But come on.
But you remember we were in that game. We were in that game until Duke Johnson broke his ankle.
Yeah. And then they called back a touchdown or some bullshit.
They called his touchdown back. Duke broke his ankle. When Duke broke his ankle, everything went to shit.
But it is what it is. But that Florida State team won national championship too. So.
Yeah, right. But I'm telling you, I heard on Golden on that sandbar thing on WQAM, the Golden show. He said that. I was mad at Golden for saying that. I said, "What are you doing, man?" Like I thought Golden was crazy, saying we're about to go play Florida State, and you're saying that we're not here yet. So that got me upset. But now looking about it, he's being honest.
But here's the thing, though. I never thought playoffs. I thought win the Coastal, get beat by Clemson, and then we'll go to maybe that time will be 10-2 or whatever, and 10-3, whatever we are at that point, and then we'll go on to the Orange Bowl, and we'll be happy first year. I wasn't expecting us to beat Virginia and then lose to the worst team in the whole ACC, Georgia Tech. Oh.
You know what, Bo? I was thinking. This is what I was thinking. I thought that Manny Diaz was going to have the same result as Mark Richt's first year. Go ahead and I believe win the Coastal and play and win the Russell Athletic Bowl. That was Mark Richt's first year, right? Second year.
I don't think. No, that was his first year, but we didn't win the Coastal that year.
Oh, okay, whatever. Have a result like that, being 8-4 team or 9-3 team. Yeah. I thought Manny Diaz was at least going to pull that off. I had no clue he was going to do this shit.
I did too, but you know what?
I really thought we could compete for the Coastal.
Pete.
Well, I told you I didn't trust all this TMN bullshit.
Man, come on.
I ain't believing that shit.
We should be.
I don't care who it is, man. You ain't gonna fuck with me like that with the new Miami, the greatest Miami. They ain't doing that shit in full speed ahead. They ain't doing that to me no more.
Well, I've already told Bo, and I'll tell everybody else, I'm not believing any more of this hype shit in the off season. You better be on the field. I'm not getting all hyped up for the season again. Nope, not doing it.
Oh, there's Jeff Tatham. He says, well, this team, are we beating FSU? Jeff, hey, Jeff, this is how you tell. That right before the game, you take a quarter, flip it in the air, heads is loss, tails is win, and then whatever fucking falls.
Hambone, I got a question for you. Are we beating FIU?
I'm not jumping the gun. Can we beat Pitt?
Rick Babb.
Oh, here's another thing, though. Here's another thing we're not talking about, guys.
What is that?
We beat Pitt, and we beat them straight up, and we get our balls back. And we're like, are you going to buy into that? We beat Pitt?
Nope.
I'll be happy because I was there.
But then going into a Florida State game, we beat Pitt. We're like, we're on top of the world again, but we got to play Florida State. And then we start thinking about mathematics.
No, we're out of it, dude. We got three.
We're out. We're done. I said that after we lost to Virginia Tech. You all didn't believe after you all lost to
Virginia Tech.
What was it? Virginia. I told you all. We beat Virginia. We're back in. No, we're not. We're done.
We were back in
Stop.
it. If we would have controlled our destiny, we would have been back in it. But we fucking failed.
Yeah, we were mathematically. But hey, you never know. We beat Pitt, and everyone loses. We probably you never know.
We're out. We're done. We're done.
We're done.
No one's gonna.
We're done.
Virginia's not losing 3 conference games. It's just not happening. I don't see Virginia losing 3 conference games.
And I wouldn't be surprised if North Carolina doesn't win the Coastal.
No, they're done. It's gonna be Duke or Virginia.
That's crazy. Say that again. Duke of Virginia. That's fucking crazy. That's just, I don't know.
Who did North Carolina got beat last week, didn't they? They got 2 conference losses already.
Yeah, this is crazy. Duke is.
That's right. They did lose to Virginia Tech.
Yes.
And over 6 overtimes.
And we're talking football over here. We're not talking basketball.
You know what?
Duke is in it. And Virginia's in it. We're talking football here.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I don't see Virginia losing 3 games. Maybe they'll lose 1 more. Maybe they'll get upset by Virginia Tech. But I just don't see them losing another. I don't see North Carolina beating them.
Handbone in the comment section. Do you think this is the worst it's been, Handbone? Let us know in the comment section. Everyone in the comment section, matter of fact. Let us know if you ever remember a season like this. I know the season's not over with, but I feel hopeless. Is anyone in the comment section feeling hopeless here?
I think a lot of fans are mad, and, you know what's crazy is, it's just, I don't know. I wish Romberg and McKinney would have made that video before the season. Remember that podcast? So then I would have been like, you know what, this offensive line coach is just like the last one.
Yeah, but then they would have heard, they would have looked like assholes, but they would have been right. But it would have took them 5-6 weeks to be right. They would have been some assholes, and it would have been. They're smart by keeping their mouth shut about that.
What do you think about?
The funny thing is when Brett said he was doing the whatever for homecoming, he had to bring the MMA gloves and hat and everything.
Kane's Girl 352 says we're a basketball school now. Sad times, and I cannot wait for basketball season. Let me tell you that.
Yeah. November 5th. What is it, a week and a half?
If you're a true Kane, you got to be all the way, baby. All the way.
Yeah.
Football, every sport. Not just fucking football and be a Duke fan or fucking whoever else.
I can't wait. I'm very interested to see this basketball team in November 5th.
Well, let's stay on football because I notice every time we talk about basketball, numbers drop drastically here.
No, I don't care. So. I want to. It's good sometimes to talk about some positive things going on, But that's a positive thing going on over there.
Well, let's be real. Like the audience is probably split in half. They probably have a different college basketball team.
Yeah, because they're 2-teamers.
Well, guess what? Don't listen then. Shit. If it's not your team. You know how I feel about the 2-teamers, man.
Everybody knows how I feel about the 2-teamers.
I can respect Chicago Kane because he likes a shitty fucking basketball team. He likes DePaul or something.
What does he like? What's his basketball team? Is it Marquette? What is it?
DePaul, because he lives.
DePaul. Oh my God! I would think it would be Marquette.
So
it's DePaul.
I can take that. But I cannot.
I respect that.
I cannot take you fucking liking Duke or North Carolina. I mean, you might as well be a fucking Gator basketball fan. Fuck. Shit. I just can't.
Well, to be honest with you, when I was a kid, I liked the Michigan, the Fab Five stuff. I snapped out of that around 96, 97.
Well, see, when you're that young, and then Miami didn't really have a basketball team, and they weren't really on TV that much, or it was coming, they're rebuilding it. Shit, I didn't even know they had a basketball team for the longest. I didn't even fucking know.
I think around 97, 98, I started really to pay attention to Miami basketball.
Yeah, that's when I did about.
That's when they started. That's when they started to actually start winning some games in the Big East.
96, but I want to say about 96, something like that. I went. Tim James is like freshman or sophomore year. I went to the game. That's how I found out. And
as a kid living in Miami, I don't recall. I could be wrong. I don't recall Miami basketball being played on TV. I mean, I didn't have cable most of my childhood. Sometimes I had cable, but I don't remember them ever playing. I never, not till '97 or '98. I see them on Sunshine Network.
Yeah.
But I never really seen that on TV. Miami basketball was like soccer or something. It wasn't even relevant.
You wanna know how the first time I saw them on TV? I was like at the mall, like J.C. Penney's or Sears or somewhere. I remember I was a kid, and they were playing fucking Georgetown, and they upset them.
I was at that game.
And I was like, yo, look, he's got a basketball team.
Yeah, when they beat Georgetown in D.C., they had Allen Iverson. They had that Williams. His nickname was Junkyard Dog. I went to D.C. to watch the game.
And didn't you wish you had a cell phone to take? Did you take? You couldn't take. I bet you didn't take pictures. You didn't have nothing to take pictures back then.
There was nothing back then. They didn't have cell phones, and they let you have
but didn't you wish you would have had a cell phone for that? Jesus, you had good pictures.
I remember the first time I saw my stepdad's friend came in from Connecticut, and he said, "Hey, we're gonna go watch UConn Miami." And I remember I said, "I'm wearing my Miami shirt. I wore a Miami shirt. Miami upset them." From that
and did you ask your dad? Did you ask your dad and the dad's friend, like, Miami, are they good? Did you even ask that, or like you didn't know probably nothing about them?
I thought UConn was gonna kill them because they were ranked, man. They had a loaded fucking team. So I was like, yo, I'm gonna rock the Canes though, and I went out there and I was cheering for them, and they upset them, and from that time on, I was hooked. It was
a wrap. It was a wrap.
Hooked. And I was like, fuck everybody else.
Wow.
And let's see, Fresh 352-42. Rumors that Alonzo Highsmith to replace Blake James. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it.
We were talking about that before the show. We really think the guy, like, we could be wrong, and I know we get a lot of heat going after people, but we kind of think the guy that's reporting this is full of shit. Is it safe to say that, Bo?
I'm safe to say. But come on, do you really think Alonzo Highsmith, I mean, he's got to be getting paid a lot of money working for the Browns. He's one of the head guys in the scouting department. He reports straight to the GM. Man, I don't see him.
I mean, okay, let's say this guy is right. Would you like that though?
Yeah, I would love it. I
mean, yeah, if it's true, I'd love it.
I would be happy.
Because, I mean, it could be, like I was telling Bud before we went on, he could be the next AD.
I'll tell you what, if there was any truth to that, you know who would be telling us behind the scenes, right?
I know. I know.
The Homestead, our Homestead guy.
That's why when I saw the rumor, I texted him and he says, "What rumor are you talking about?" That's when I knew this shit was false. He's good with Highsmith.
But who's this guy who's reporting? What's his connections to the school? Who does he know?
Dude, he's not. He's like a fake. He's like a fake reporter. Go read his stuff. It's like funny stuff he writes. It's like funny stuff. Like I asked.
So he's a troll.
Yeah,
he's a troll.
Yeah, it's like he said. What did he say? I asked Manny Diaz today, and then he made it as, and he said the fans should take off their dirty diaper or whatever the fuck he said. It's all, it's trying to be like sarcastic, dry sense of humor type shit. He does.
Oh.
So yes.
I mean, is he a real person? Is the account verified?
No, it's not verified. Norfresh just said Norfresh said the guy reporting it posts weird shit often, and he gets blocked by a lot of people. It's a parody account.
Oh, so he's a Joe Jerkoff. This is not anything to take serious.
He's a troll. And 247 Canes is saying that Alonzo Highsmith has a $3.4 million contract, $600,000 a year with the Browns, and he's not getting that as the AD here. Shit. But Highsmith would be a great hire. If that's the question, yes, I would love for him to be the guy.
I'll take him.
Take him in a minute.
Speaking of Alonzo Highsmith, there is a certain YouTuber who does Georgia videos, and believe it or not, before he was a Georgia Bulldog fan, he was a Miami Hurricane fan. And you know who his favorite player was? Alonzo Highsmith. And you know who that YouTuber is? Uncle Lou.
He was in the comments. Right. He was in the comments section a little bit ago.
Oh, well, Uncle Lou was a Miami Hurricane fan. I'm here to report that and I have to look at the old King Shades archives, but Uncle Lou was a Miami Hurricane fan before he was a Georgia fan, and Alonzo Highsmith was his favorite player, and Uncle Lou still has a University of Miami jacket when he was a kid. Those are facts.
Wow. George's biggest fan was a Hurricane fan.
Yes, I'm here to report that here tonight on King Shakes.
Wow.
Wow.
Yes. I'm still trying to hit up the guy from Two Local Radio. Remember, Ray? I'm willing to pay for those old Cane Shades episodes just to get that when he admitted that. He admitted that on Cane Shades, by the way.
Man, Ray deleted all that shit, man.
Nah, I hope he still has it, man. I'll buy that episode from him.
You got to think, he lost his little Two Loco account for a while, so once you don't pay it, they erase everything automatically.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
But no, he used to download his episodes and put it on YouTube, though. So, I don't know.
Then it would still be on there on YouTube then.
Nah, but not all of them. Not all of episodes. Because trust me, I went on YouTube and looked, and it wasn't that episode. I'll try it back again. If I can get that episode. I know Lou won't admit it, but he said it.
No. Well, I mean,
what else is going on?
Hey, Tommy, what's the spread for this game? What's the spread today for this game? Pitt, Miami. Now let's talk about Pitt.
Last time I saw 4.5.
4.5. Wow. Let me ask you, who would you take in this bet? Would you take Miami or +4, or would you take Pitt -4? They're saying now it's Pitt 5. Saying jump to 5.
So it went up then from last time I saw.
Up a half point, so 5.
I'll take.
Oh, that's tough.
Give me Pittsburgh.
You would give Miami 5 points? That's tough, because I can see this game going 7 points either way. Shit. I just... That's a tough one. You know what? I would not bet this game. There's no fucking way.
Yeah, that was tricky.
Never.
I mean, this game, and next week's game, I wouldn't touch.
To be honest with you, I wouldn't touch a game with Miami all year. Because...
What about FIU?
You guys...
Would you touch that one?
Look, okay, let's think about Miami versus spread this year. Okay, they covered against Florida. That's one win. And they covered against Virginia. Other than that, and we covered against Bethune. Other than that, we haven't covered. I mean, we haven't covered. We were favored by 18. We lost. Favored by 30 something, 31, whatever it was. We almost lost. Holy cow.
Well, how do you cover the FIU game? I'm really curious. How do we do that? Like, what would you bet on that? What do you do with that?
What's the spread? The spread's going to be a lot.
We don't know yet, but Jesus.
I bet it's going to be like 28. It'll be like 28. Would you take Miami -28 versus FIU?
Ooh, I don't know. After with that whole Central Michigan debacle, I don't know anymore, man.
How about Georgia Tech debacle?
And I just looked. It's -5.5 Pittsburgh.
So that means people are betting on Pittsburgh.
It's 5.5 now.
So they're trying to move it up.
Wow.
It's probably going to get to 7 because they're going to want people to jump on Miami.
You think people are betting like against Miami, like the Miami haters? You think they're making a whole lot of money?
I don't know. I'm just trying to figure. Here's my only thing concerned about Pitt. How are we going to block their defensive line? They have a ridiculous amount of sacks. I think it's like 36 or some shit. It's ridiculous. How are we going to block these guys?
Honestly,
I do not see it.
Huh?
You know who I really feel sorry for Saturday for that Pitt game?
Oh.
Tommy.
Why?
Thanks.
Why?
Because he's going to drive up there.
I ain't going to drive. A buddy of mine's driving.
Oh, but that's going to be...
So I get to relax and get pissed off when I'm pissed off.
You're still right.
So, but you're expecting us, like, you're not going in there with your, like, thinking that, hey, you're, like, really expecting some shit to happen then.
I'm expecting a loss.
Okay, then.
Actually, I can't say I'm expecting a loss. It wouldn't shock me if we lost, but then at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if we won. Another game that I don't know what to expect.
So you're going in there like, man, this could be an upset, or this could be the same shit that I'm thinking is gonna happen.
Pretty much.
Oh, here he is, Chicago Kane. What's going on, man?
Hey, what's up? What's up with
going on?
What's up?
Quick question before we get quick question. Chicago Kane. Now your basketball team is DePaul. Why not Marquette?
Marquette is in Milwaukee. That's kind of far from me. I'm a city guy, so I'm from the south side of Chicago.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah,
okay. I didn't know.
Yeah, DePaul is in the city. I've watched
most Chicago guys root for Marquette, right?
Nah, yeah, when DePaul is terrible. Real DePaul fans stick with DePaul, man, even though they're terrible. You know what I'm saying? But when Dwayne Wade was at Marquette, that kind of started that wave of people from Chicago. Yeah, he went there, and Jimmy Butler went to Marquette. They got a pretty nice, not rich tradition of good players coming out of there. So yeah. And then they got a lot of alumni that's from Chicago that went to Marquette by being so close. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we were discussing, I don't know if you were listening to it, but 10, 15 minutes ago, we were discussing that about two-teamers, right? Like, whatever, and we were saying that Chicago Kane is not a two-teamer. Like, who in their right mind would root for DePaul? You know what I mean? Obviously, you're from there, so you're like, definitely not a two-teamer.
This is the problem.
No, man, I stick with, like I think I told you the story, I started with the Canes in '84, man, I've been with them ever since. I've never, I got indoctrinated in football. They would always try to shove Michigan, because I'm from the Midwest, right? So they always I never liked Notre Dame. Always hated them. Never liked Michigan. Never liked, because there's a Big Ten country up here, right? So, but I never really liked they style of play. When my buddy went to Miami, I was like, who in the fuck is these dudes, man? How they play? That's what I'm talking about, and I've been with him ever since, man.
What about that story a few days ago about the guy who called in and he said, what game did he go to? Was it with Wisconsin? Like, he was originally a Wisconsin fan. I believe it was a Wisconsin fan.
Yeah, I remember that. I was around with y'all. Yeah. That was a great story, man.
Yeah, he said he went to get the autographs from the Wisconsin players, but they weren't autographing his shit. So then he went to the Miami Hurricane players and they autographed it, and it was a wrap. And I believe this was the '80s Hurricanes or whatever.
Yeah, I sat in a room with 3 of the offensive linemen from the '84 team. I met them. They came to visit my buddy, and they was talking about we're gonna win the national championship. I was like, no way, man. They don't even know who the fuck y'all are. They don't want to national champ. And then they start naming players, and then they named Bernie Kosar. So we got a new freshman quarterback coming in, and them dudes went out and did it, man. That was it.
Yeah.
Oh man. And I was in my early, I think I'm like about 14, 15 years old or something at the time.
Chicago,
man.
But Chicago, here's the problem we got with these Hurricane fans is they like Miami in football season, and then they go for Duke and North Carolina in basketball season.
Well, I got a problem with that shit. Now that's just you just jumping from.
You know that's bandwagon because you know that means in the '90s. That's when
bandwagon.
Miami was winning in football. Those motherfuckers were winning in basketball. That's when they had Hurley and fucking Leitner and shit. Grant Hill. And that's like Vic. Oh, Vicious Vic. He's a fucking he's that guy. Oh, I like Coach K. But you don't. He's
a Duke fan, right? We support Duke basketball or something.
I wish Vic was on here because here's another thing about Vic. He hates Nick Saban, but he likes Coach K. They're the same motherfucker. Holy cow.
Oh, my God. Yeah, they do the same shit. They do the same shit. Like Chicago is kind of like this. Like they got by being such a big city, you got like different areas. Like it's a huge contingent of Wisconsin football fans here. They got like a bar that they go to on Saturdays to watch Wisconsin football. And also they got one for Miami. Miami got a bar here. They got a bar here for the fucking
so where's that located at?
It's on Belmont. Right off of Ashland. It's called Flagship. But they got big signs. They got big Cane signs. They fly Cane signs during football season.
It's been a nice little crowd. I went there one time. They're a little bougie and shit, but it's cool. I mean,
Okay.
But it's kind of cool to have that, you know, where even here in Chicago, you know.
Yeah,
they got a little support, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, I've been watching DePaul since I was in high school, and we've been horrible for years. But
we were saying that. Yeah, we were saying that. Like, yo, you got a good, like, who roots for the ball? So, but it's from where you're from, and you understand that, you know.
Depending on where you're from, man. Yeah.
Hey, but here's
I'm surprised he's not an Illinois basketball fan.
I respect Illinois, but once I start rooting for DePaul, you can't jump ship like that. You can't go Illinois. No, you got to pick one.
Well, here's
but it's a lot of like, say for instance, and DePaul did something similar happened to them that happened to Miami. And let me explain it real quick. We used to get the best players out of the city: Mark Aguirre, Terry Cummins. Who else was coming out? And they were getting the good players out of New York during that time. And then they messed up the pipeline. They treated this one guy terrible out of the Chicago Public League basketball, and the Public League swore not to send no more players to DePaul. That made DePaul's program fall, man. That hurt them. That hurt them, man. That hurt them. And then but they were so cocky that they was getting players from all over the country, and they figured, well, look at all the players that come out of Chicago: Derrick Rose, Anthony Davis, Dwayne Wade. You know, the list goes on. Tim Hardaway.
You're missing the number one.
Who?
Isaiah Thomas.
Oh my God, yeah.
He's the number one out of all of them.
Yeah. You come out the city. Yeah. We go. We deep in basketball tradition. But players start going all over the country. They was going. They start going to Purdue. They start going to Texas. They was going all over. Anthony Davis and I think Jabari Parker, he was one of the best players in the city. He went to Duke. So they started getting players going to Duke. Jahlil Okafor, he went to Duke. All them kids from the city, man. They all come out here.
Right. Well, let's go back to football, because our numbers drop every time we talk about basketball in here. So, Bo, are we going to have Chicago team?
Hold on, I got breaking news. The Miami Heat won tonight. They're 1-0.
Big deal.
And Tyler Hero, 14 points, 8 rebounds.
What was Manny talking about press conference? Because I just got off work. I ain't heard nothing.
All types of stuff.
We'll let you know. We're not gonna know the quarterback until tomorrow. He doesn't know yet.
Okay.
Zach McCloud is starting at linebacker.
Okay, I thought I heard something like that. Okay, yeah.
They don't know. If,
tell him the big one.
They don't know if DJ's playing, but he's traveling.
Tell him the big one.
What's the big one?
The big one is Thomas is not playing to Florida State.
Okay, here we go with this shit again. Is this not deja vu, man? Isn't this the same shit from last year?
But,
Yep.
Hey,
worse.
Chicago.
It's the same from last year, man.
Chicago can't. Chicago.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Don't you think if he got 2 games, that means he probably disrespected somebody? 2 games, that means he got into it with a coach. So,
marijuana don't do that. You smoke marijuana, you get suspended for 1 day. This is something real disrespectful, man. This has to be something real disrespectful.
Marijuana.
He might have snapped off in practice or some shit like that. You know.
Hey, what up, K-Shave?
What's
going on?
247.
What's up, bro? What's up, Chicago Kane?
What's going on?
Hey, what's up, man?
What are you doing?
What's up?
What are you feeling like?
I'm doing. Well, you already know. You know, I feel like everybody else. You know, well, at least the majority of us who are real fans, down as shit.
Okay.
What did you think?
Do you feel hopeless 24/7, King?
Yeah.
I don't feel hopeless. I feel worse.
Like how worse?
You feel worse than hopeless? What is worse than hopeless? Suicidal? Like,
I'd like to know that.
Suicidal.
Oh my God!
Listen.
The only thing worse than hopeless is death. Suicide.
Well, man, we need to watch it for that FIU game.
No, but that's how I feel for the Hurricanes, man. Like, I genuinely feel bad for the players, and the problems go beyond the team. And y'all already know how I feel about that. So it is what it is.
So let's find out. Do you watch Miami Hurricane basketball?
No. Yes.
247.
No, we're asking 24/7 King.
Do you watch Hurricane
Okay, I
basketball?
got it. Do I watch Hurricane basketball?
Do you watch Hurricane
Yes.
basketball? Yes?
No.
Who do you
But wait, hold on. You're 24/7 King. How is that?
How is that possible?
Well, I don't understand. What's going on here, guys?
Please tell me you're not a Duke or Carolina fan.
Oh, hell no.
You just don't watch it.
You know,
You're not a basketball guy.
You know what? If you
It's more than that. It's more than that.
Okay, what is it?
I've been to a couple of basketball games from the University of Miami and stuff.
yeah.
But I thoroughly enjoy professional basketball more than I do college.
Oh, you're
Get out of here.
I'm just
Hold on. Hey, no, he has a point. He has a point. I like Major League Baseball better than college. Let's talk.
Hey,
Keep talking.
you're telling me the NBA is better than March Madness? Ain't no way, man. March Madness.
No, but you gotta understand, bro. Like, I grew up watching the Miami Hurricanes football team, which is always competing for national championships.
When?
They're always competing.
When's the
for
last
the
time? When's the
in
last time?
2000s, in the 90s.
So, but Miami's basketball team was ranked #1 in the country, 6 years ago? 5 years ago. #1 in the country.
Okay, but I would never catch them on TV because every time that I would turn on the TV, what I would be watching is football, not basketball. And listen, there was not that many times where I would turn on the TV and I would college basketball.
So it's a TV thing for you.
Bro.
So it's a TV. So it got to be on the TV for you.
Every game,
Right? Y'all trying to
every
throw too
game,
hard, bro.
bro. Every game, every game.
No, we're just having fun with you, man. We're having fun with you.
Hey, it's all good, man. My name is 24/7 Canes. The reason, let me give you a backstory behind. I'll make it quick. I was at my boy's house. You know, we were having a party because he was getting married or whatever. So then, all I was talking about the whole fucking day, not while I was sober, and then after when I wasn't sober, was talking Canes all day, football, and they got so tired of it. Bro, you're talking about fucking Canes 24/7. And that's how it came up.
Look,
That's how it came up.
Look,
I'm not from New York. I'm from Miami.
this is what you're gonna do.
Okay.
247
Miami
Canes.
Gardens, right?
247 Canes.
Yes, sir.
This is what you're gonna do because you're gonna feel happy this year. You're gonna watch Hurricane basketball because we're gonna have a good team this year, and you're gonna watch. And you.
I'm buying 24/7 King some tickets to a Miami Hurricane basketball game. You are gonna come with me, my friend, and you're gonna sit with
You
me
need to
on one of
know
those
the first
games.
game of the year.
What's that?
November 5th
Louisville playing Louisville.
against Louisville.
Number 4
That's
in
the first game of the season?
Number 4 in the country. Louisville first game at home. Number 4 in the country.
I like it.
Louisville number 4 in the country?
Yeah.
Yep.
In one poll, they're 4.
All right, you're coming with me, 24/7 Kane. I'm gonna see what I can do. I'm gonna check the account, my bank account. You coming with me, buddy?
Man.
All right, for sure.
Okay, I got to get off. Real quick, who's the best player on Miami? I got to check your roster.
Chris
Check
Likes.
you guys.
Chris Likes.
Listen to it.
Chris
Just
Likes.
White.
Chris Likes.
Is he out of IMG?
No, he's out
No.
of where is he at? Somewhere up.
He's out of DC.
DC.
He played at Gonzaga.
He's like 5
Say
foot.
Gonzaga.
He's like 5'5",
Shit, more like 5'4".
but he can dunk.
I will tell you this.
He can dunk.
I will tell you this. One of my favorite, because I'm a Heat fan. You know, I'm just a Heat fan growing up. I'm not just a
We're 1-0.
the Heat fan converted because LeBron came in. No, I've been watching for a while.
We're 1-0.
James Jones was one of my favorite players. in the Heat.
No way. What did James Jones do with the Heat? No, sat on a damn bench.
James Jones did play for the Hurricanes, by the way.
Yeah, but he wasn't even the best player on the Hurricanes.
Okay, but it doesn't matter. You always look for somebody. You know how? Okay, so I want to make a point here.
Oh,
James Jones did play.
Tim James was the first
and
round.
you have Udonis Haslem. Udonis Haslem.
Oh, he's a Gator.
Let's call it.
Get out of here.
Yeah, he's a Gator. But that's people's favorite player somehow.
Guess what? If I had
There's a lot of people that their favorite players you don't talk.
My favorite player is Tim Hardaway.
Tim Hardaway.
Tim Hardaway.
Off the Heat.
Off the Heat. Chris.
Yeah,
Ooh, that crossover
I watched Tim
was
Hardaway.
nasty.
I watched Tim Hardaway in high school. He was a killer. He was a full killer. He was good.
When the Heat got him and Alonzo Mourning, man, I remember when the day
Oh,
they got
man.
Alonzo Mourning. That was big. Big news.
That was one of my favorite Heat teams, by the way. The 94, 90. Can you feel the heat all in your soul? Oh, man, that was my favorite. Shit,
I know somebody has a huge dilemma, and me and him have a back and forth every single time.
Oh.
He's a huge Heat fan, but then again he has a Patrick Ewing signed jersey hang up in his house.
Who's that?
Oh, man, take me to see this guy right now.
Who is this?
I'm
man.
Take shit down, bro. At least cover it when I walk through the door, you know?
Oh, man.
That's rival. That's rival.
Remember Pat Riley? Remember Pat Riley hanging on to one of those guys' ankles in one of the playoffs, man?
That wasn't Pat Riley. That was what's his name?
That wasn't Pat Riley. That was Jeff Van Gundy.
Van Gundy.
Oh, it was Gundy. It was Gundy. No. Oh, it was Gundy, was
Van
it?
Gundy, yeah. Pat Riley was with the Heat. That was Alonzo Mourning and Larry Johnson.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, man, I love that. I love that 95, 94 team, man.
I remember when Allen Houston made that Game 5 shot and beat us. I was fucking pissed.
All right, 24-7 King. All right, Chicago King. 24-7 King, I have a question. We're trying to, we love our audience, and we're just trying to, like, sometimes we wonder who our audience are, we have that, we try to decipher who listens to us. Are you one of the guys that, when we talk about Kings basketball, they click out of the show? You say, no, well, are you one of those guys?
No, I was, remember last show that you guys had, we were talking about football, and then you had a Miami Hurricanes basketball player that was supposed to go to the Hall of Fame. I didn't click out on that.
Oh, Darius Rice.
Hey, do you know who his uncle is?
No, I do not know who his uncle is.
I'm going to tell you who his uncle is, Jerry Rice.
Jerry Rice.
Oh, wow, I did not know that.
Oh, yeah, he used to tell us stories about how he was at Miami and Jerry Rice at Super Bowl, and he said it was crazy.
And how he would party with Deion Sanders. When he was a kid, he loved Deion Sanders.
Wow.
You got some stories. So, but hey, let's talk about this 247. What are you expecting Saturday at noon to happen?
Okay, so we know that locker room is a little bit in shambles. I already talked to you about this. There's rumors.
A little bit?
There's a lot of rumors that people are going to transfer. I know somebody that I don't want to put them out there. I don't want to say what their position is, but they're like really close to the team, and they've heard players like bang on the locker room and say, "I want out of this shit," saying a whole bunch of shit. Okay, and these are players that not necessarily they're starters but they hold a big role with the team. Let's just put it out there. All right. So there's a lot of, how can I put this? Retention, I guess, that the staff is putting to work right now, and they're trying to gather that locker room because here's what the attitude of the team is: they're down, all right, but they don't want to show it. And then DJ Dallas is the leader. That's why he wants to travel to this game and dress, okay? Because he's a leader. Everybody looks up to him. So what do I expect out of Pitt? I expect us to come out fast and come out, playing like Miami Hurricanes like we did against Virginia. But if we're down, let's say 14-0 within the first quarter, then here's what's going to happen. And I'm going to be real with you. The team's going to quit. And remember it. The team is going to quit.
Do you think they've been quitting?
Jesus. I think the coaches have not quit. That they're trying their best, but it's just some of them are incompetent. I got to be honest with you. Like they're trying, but they have no clue. It's like they're learning on the job. That's what it looks like.
What do you think about McCloud starting? How would you feel if you were McCloud?
There's one thing that remains constant that I could see with all this. and ask anybody that studied sports psychology or ask anybody that has taken a couple classes. Every time the fan base has complained about something, right, and Manny Diaz has said, let's say Manny Diaz says JARREN Williams is our starter, the fan base loses their mind. A bunch of people loses their mind for a reason. You get me? We go nuts because we're like, how can JARREN Williams be the starter if you just said he was hurt, whatever, and we want to see Perry. Then we see all of a sudden, at the end of the week, he announces that Perry is the starter. You understand where I'm going with this? So the reason why McLeod is going to start this game is because he could play this game before he burns a red shirt. And on top of that, Manny's feeling pressure from the fans. I thought that he wasn't, but there's rumors within inside that, you know, there's a lot of pressure on Manny. Why doesn't he play this? He's been mismanaging. And there's somebody within the organization that's actually telling him and questioning, why is he not doing this? Why is he not doing that?
So who's going to be our quarterback?
What's up?
Who's going to be the quarterback Saturday?
Oh, your guess is as good as mine, but if I were to guess, it's going to be JARREN Williams.
God, I hope not.
Well, Tommy's going to be wearing 15 that day, so everything will be good.
No, Tommy will not be wearing 15. Tommy's got 2 jerseys pulled out. I just don't know which one he's taking.
Take both. Just take both. Wear one under the other.
Wait a minute, Tommy, I thought you were wearing the King Shade shirt.
I have the King Shade shirt on for the tailgate.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna rep King Shades through the tailgate.
And then you're gonna put the jersey over the shirt.
Right.
No, it's better you put the shirt underneath so you don't get the jersey with the sweat. Well, it's gonna be cold, so you won't be sweating, right?
Well, calling for it to be like high 50s, low 60s.
Oh, that's cold, bro. That's fucking cold.
No, it's not. Shoot, not this time of year up here.
Oh,
no,
man,
it's not.
It's cold, bro. 58, 50s. Oh man, I don't like that. I like 75.
I got a question, Bo.
What's going on?
Pedro.
What about?
All right. Okay. Does Pedro hold a press pass?
Press pass?
Yeah, I mean, if he holds a press pass?
No, he doesn't hold press pass.
Yes.
No. Why? Why are you asking these things to us?
I'm asking you because you said he was close to the team, so I wanna.
Well, Pedro should be listening. Like, he's just cool with the program. Hey, you never know. I don't know, but he should be calling in. He usually calls at the end of the show. You could ask him.
Yeah.
Okay. Because look. This is what I heard. Okay, what I heard. I'm just gonna put it out there. I'm not gonna fucking say, oh, this is for sure. JT4, Jeff Thomas, was in a meeting, okay, with some of the staff, including Manny Diaz, and there's loud voices going back and forth, okay, over a suspension and over something that he had done in practice with another player.
Huh.
So this is why I'm asking, does he have a press pass?
Okay, why does he? Okay.
I'm confused.
Wait, Tommy, let me talk to him. What does that have to? Okay, what does him having a press pass have to do with that? I want to know.
Because some people, okay, when you have a media pass, this didn't happen while you know how they have scheduled for some practices where there's a media practice and then there's the practices where media's not allowed.
Yeah. You want to know if Pedro knows about this? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes. I'm trying to see if he has more leeway to see if he knows the guy that I know, basically.
No.
Well, you guys got to talk off air.
I'm not willing
to
talk. You have to talk.
You guys got to talk off air. Like you because this is crazy what you're doing. You can't. You got to talk to him.
You get us in trouble.
Yeah. You got to talk off air about this stuff. Because we definitely know a lot of things behind the scenes too, where you're dropping some jewels here that maybe someone might be upset that you are dropping these jewels. But yeah, you got to talk to Pedro off air about this. All right.
My bad. I was just trying to, clear some air because a lot of people are wondering what's going on with JT4 and stuff like that. And I'm just tired of hearing the bullshit of them spinning it the way they want to, and covering it up with personal issues.
I'm sure it's some kind of disrespect or something. I don't know. I don't even care at this point anymore.
I don't either. I'm to the point. I was one of the people that was against bringing him even back because he already quit once.
Mm-hmm.
Why bring him back for him to start his shit again? And what did he do? Start his shit again.
Tommy's got number 4. He's got a number 4 jersey too. He's bringing.
No, I don't either.
Or
hey, where can we? Okay, I got your Twitter account. Do you talk to Pedro offline or no?
No,
I don't.
All right, well, I'm gonna tell him to hit you up. But
Pedro's in the
comments. No, you want to know the 2 jerseys that I'm thinking about taking, so you can know.
Pedro's in the comments. He's listening, Damien. Damien must be.
Well, tell him to call in. It's Pedro time. Pedro, call in.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pedro, call in here. Is that him? Let's see. Pedro? Oh, no, it's nobody.
Kane says fat ass is probably who it is.
No, it's nobody. No, that kid hasn't called again. He knows the deal. We went.
I'm waiting for Pedro to call in.
Let's see if Pedro calls in.
I'm really hoping it's Perry's quarterback for Saturday. God, I do not want to go there. I do not want to go there and be watching Williams.
Oh, you
are.
Where's
the check down?
You are. So just get used to it.
Don't you think Williams is kind of mad that because he hears all this stuff about the check down, Don't you think he's kind of mad?
He's just sitting there and trying to throw a deep ball and he's going to get picked.
Hey, just be calm.
Give this kid a chance.
Just be calm. Come on, you're going to go there and 70% chance you're going to see an L. So you need to just go there, just have a good time, man. Just chill out.
Yeah.
Have a good time. Just sit there and talk and have a good time. That's what you got to do.
I do know this much. I will be seeing DJ after the game because it's going to be his last time in a uniform. Because he's going pro after this year.
We'll see.
All right.
We'll see. Pedro, are you there?
Yo.
Oh,
it's Pedro time. All right, Pedro.
I've been waiting for you.
Go ahead, 24/7 Kane. Real quick, don't give too much info, but go ahead and talk to this guy real quick.
I heard exactly what he asked it, and the things in question about that. What he's talking about is a situation that happened not this year. That was last year's situation. What you talking about 24/7? That's not this year's situation. What you're alluding to. That was not this season. That was last season. So you're a year off.
Well, Pedro.
So that's not what, but okay. Okay, I mean, you can hear what you want to hear, but if you want to really know, you will have to talk off air and clarify that. But that what you spewing right there is not accurate.
Pedro,
okay, just talk about what you can talk about, and then we can talk about this off air.
What I'm going to tell you, what you're talking about, or what you bringing up about him and trying to throw the man up under the bus, which a lot of people are trying to throw Jeff under the bus and talk about him getting suspended and this and that. Half of the people people don't like when somebody do shit. I get it, and then seeing this shit happen. Okay, I'll say this. It doesn't look good, but most people don't even know, or 95% of our fan base don't even know why he's suspended. I know why he's suspended, but I'm not going to give that information out due to confidentiality reasons. Why he's suspended. I told y'all.
Pedro.
I knew right after the game why he was suspended.
After the game, Pedro texted me.
I knew exactly after the game when I found out why he was suspended. I was like, okay, and then I even told y'all.
He even told me 2 games. That night, he said 2 games. I will say that he did hit that.
So But I told the fellas he gonna get it today. Now why he got him, it'll come out. But I'm not gonna be at liberty because of my relationship with the team. I can't.
Well, Pedro, to switch the subject here. Now, Pedro. You know, we didn't hear from you Monday. And what are you thinking after this Georgia Tech game? I mean, for real. I mean, you really can't tell us, calm down, because we just lost to the worst team in the ACC, Pedro.
Right. No,
how are you feeling, Pedro? Are you feeling hopeless or no? Are you optimistic? How do you feel?
How do you feel right now?
Honestly, what is happening? This is the thing. We have the athletes. We've been had them. The problem is when you lose a lot of seniors in the room, and you got a bunch of kids basically trying to raise themselves, and a lot of them that they are on their own are doing their own thing a lot. There's really no true quote unquote leaders on that. They have maybe one or two leaders on the team. The rest of them are just following each other around. That's a big problem. That's why if you all have heard that Manny has said he wants guys on the team that love it, not like it a lot. And this team is built on a lot of people that really likes it a lot.
Well, Pedro, where's the Shaqs? Where's the Pinkneys? Where's, the guys that the Swag 16 class? Where are these guys? How come these guys aren't the leaders? We got what's going on with this?
What leaders you want to talk about? I'm trying to tell you.
I'm trying to figure out. Like these guys, like Shaq talked a big game coming in as a freshman. You think he would be a leader? You think he would be one of the big time leaders taking his team? Him and DJ. You think it'd be him on defense, DJ on offense? You think these two guys would be? But I guess it's not happening.
The thing is that the leaders and what we know leaders to be in this generation of kings that we have, it don't exist on our team so much. The leaders the guy that we know what a leader is or what Miami Hurricane leaders are, it's kind of hard for them to pump their chest out and do that if they're not productive enough on the field. My thing is, we all heard and seen, and I've been saying it for the longest, Nestor. But Nestor can't be that dog that's just going to jump around and start swinging on body, because people will look at like, no, dude, you can't be doing all this if you're not that productive on the field. It doesn't match. Some of these guys' talk game don't match their ball game, and it's hard to respect that.
So what's going on with this quarterback? What's your feeling with Manny pushing it back from Wednesday to Thursday? Is he waiting for something, or what?
Coaching tactics. That's coaching tactics, man. He don't want to give the game away till pretty much if you know who you going up against in any sport, you can game plan on that early as possible. This way, he's not leaving any information out, so he's trying to leave the element of surprise. Ideally, who do I think is going to end up taking? Who I think is going to be Perry again.
You think Perry, huh?
I think Perry. I think Perry, but hey, what do I think? My thought don't mean anything, honestly.
All right, Pedro, here's another one. This is sort of close to home to you. What do you think about the podcast?
Yeah, I was just going to ask you about that.
Romberg and McKinney. What do you think about this?
For the podcast, from what I already knew going in prior to the season, what they said, that's 100% accurate. My thing is this. Y'all know my relationship.
Yeah, I got you.
All right, and it is what it is. I mean, at some point you see it. It is what it is. We all see it. We all see what the issue is. We all see it. There's no running from that. The O-line as entirety, the softest baby, the softest wet bread, man. I mean, it's okay. Besides the O-line, okay, go ahead. So, I mean, like I said, what Romberg mentioned, what McKinney mentioned, I spoke to McKinney a few times when I've been down there. You know, I speak with Kelvin Harris damn near every other day. So, you know, I know these guys. I've been down and watched practices a few times. I mean, as a collective unit, the recruitment that was placed, they dropped a lot of bombs in recruiting this line over the years. I mean, a lot of times they've been swinging for the fences, and that's what happens when, for somebody who likes stars 24/7, loves stars. This is why. So what we say, stars don't matter, because you got a lot of guys with damn near that whole O line that are scholarships were all 4-star guys. Some were like high threes, and we see the product of that now. And then you see a product of a guy who was a 2-star, and he's in the place. So, you know, it's a lot of risks that that happen.
There's two questions I'd like to ask you, Pedro. First, on that podcast, they were talking about the players with their cliques. Like, you got one group of guys there, one got guys there. Did you notice that?
Like I said, that interview that you heard, it is what it is.
Okay, number two. Okay, go ahead.
Those guys, I mean, why would they lie? Why would they?
Okay. All right. Well, number two question is, a few days ago here on Cane Chase, I got roasted by Bo and Tommy about this, but was Samuels in the mix here? Because they said that Samuels we could have never got him. Was he in the mix?
With Samuels who?
His dad.
The one in Florida State.
His dad was legacy Florida State.
We're talking about the one that was in Florida State.
Coming here.
Lil Bootsy? I know them personally.
We're talking about Sante Samuels.
Yeah.
Wait, okay. So, you have two different Samuels now.
No,
you got Asante Samuels and you got Stafford Samuels the third. There's two different people.
Asante, the Flagler. His dad took over head coach when what's his name was in Michigan.
No, Bo, that's not correct. The one that was at Flanagan, who was the defensive coordinator, was Stafford Samuels. He played DB at Florida State.
His son.
Stafford Samuels, because see, this is the thing that people miss. If you want to back up, Flanagan had won the state championship a few years ago with Devin Brown, with Devin Bush as a linebacker. Devin Bush Jr. at linebacker. His dad, senior, played at Florida State. So when Bush Jr. went to Michigan, his dad went up to be a defensive assistant, a defensive analyst, and then after that, Stafford Samuels ended up being the head coach, took over because he was the defensive coordinator. So now Stafford Samuels' son ends up going to Florida State. His dad thought that he was going to get hired on to get that same type of deal, to get hired on at Florida State. The High School Association, they had a rule that you have to be a year removed if you're like a parent or a coach. You have to be a year removed in that situation. So his dad tried to take that job and he got out of it. He didn't end up getting the job. So I don't know where his dad is now, but that's Stafford Samuels Jr. Stafford Samuels III, who did go to Flanagan, but that played with Devin Bush was never coming here. That's just the right. Now, Asante Samuels went to St. Thomas. It's a different person. Asante Samuels played in the NFL too, his dad.
Okay, no, but wait. Okay, Asante Samuels right now plays for for Florida State right now.
Stafford Samuels and Asante Samuels, both of those guys.
Who I'm talking about right now. Did we have a shot of landing Asante Samuels, but we didn't pay attention to Asante Samuels? That was my question to you, Pedro.
Did we have a shot? I mean,
or did Asante feel like we weren't giving him that much of attention, so that he went into Florida State? Because we interviewed him, and a few days before we interviewed him, he was talking positive, but he got a lot of heat on Twitter with that Miami University thing that he said.
I do not recall the ins and outs of his recruitment. So I can't speak on that. I don't know. I can't say that.
All right. All right. Oh, okay. I'm done with the questions now.
Never come.
Florida State.
I got a question for Pedro.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Pedro. Okay, so when it comes to this administration and when it comes to the higher ups beyond Blake James, okay, are they putting pressure on Manny? Yes or no?
Am I putting pressure on Manny?
Yeah, are they telling him, hey, you know, you have to win a certain amount of games, or we're going to look elsewhere, or is there, like, no talk whatsoever about that right now?
No. As of right now, no.
Okay, yeah. So it's the same thing. Like, they're going to give him 3 years.
Yes, he's getting. The same thing. What people don't realize, we can scream, shoot, hoot, and holler, and all that shit that we want to do. Y'all just gonna have to be spewing frustration for at least 2 more years, period, before anything happens. And this is real talk. So,
Pedro.
guys,
Pedro.
girls, ladies,
Pedro.
just get ready.
Pedro.
Yo.
I just want to win the Coastal, man. I'm not asking for much.
I know. No, I listen again. Like I mentioned, guys, just get ready. If shit don't go your way within the next 2 to 3 years, which I don't believe that's not gonna happen.
You know what's gonna happen? This is what I'm gonna do.
What we got is what we got. We got Manny for 3 years.
I'm already thinking it.
We got Manny.
After this year, I'm just gonna start coaching my sons and say fuck the Canes. That's what's about to happen.
I'll say fuck the Canes.
Yep.
Nah.
Come back when it's winning, because that's what I'm about to do. I won't even have time to watch the motherfuckers no more. Shit. Shit.
We got 3 years because 3 years because a lot of you guys didn't pay attention. It's too many buyouts and contracts.
Damien, let me ask you a question, Damien. Let me ask you a question. If you were married to Miami and it was a woman and she kept just fucking up on you this many times, how many times do you divorce her?
Well, that's a tricky question because marriage mixed up with fandom is kind of doesn't, you know. So, but yeah, no. So if a girl is cheating on me, I'm going to. She cheats on me once, it's a wrap. Now we're talking about college football, and these motherfuckers have been trying me for a good, about 15 years now. But hey, I try to go looking every season, put my cane shades on, and say, hey. It's part of being a fan.
That's the part. That's the thing. You got your cane shades on, and a lot of times people are oblivious to the reality of what they don't want to. They don't want to understand that we're so used to us winning at all costs.
Pedro.
Yeah.
Pedro. We're talking about. We're talking about beating.
We're talking about winning the Coastal.
We're talking about.
We want to win the Coastal.
We're talking about beating Virginia Tech. We're talking about beating Georgia Tech. We're talking about just blow out Central Michigan. We're talking. I mean, come on. You can't give me we're not there yet. But then we beat a ranked team like Virginia. You can't give me it. And you cannot
tell me. Look at this here. I got something. I'm gonna ask. Anybody can answer this question, right? The team that we see right now, this team, is it any different from last year's team?
No.
Okay. So, if we could see that, what was your expectation if you know this team was worse?
Oh, come on, answer, bro. Let me answer, bro.
Honest question.
Go.
I can answer that honest question. Can I answer? Okay. Really? I thought it was gonna be this probably the same results, but that goddamn man with the new Miami and all this other shit.
Stop right there. Stop right there.
All right.
See, this is the thing that this is what happened with a lot of our fans. A lot of our fans got caught up in that and not realized the team is still the same team. And now we were just over the top because it was built up so high. Now when shit is coming to reality, what we were gonna be anyway, everybody want to just overload everybody.
Pedro,
and the fact of the matter is, let me tell you something. The fact of the matter is that the majority of this team. They've been there for 2-3 years already. They've been all these rich guys that's been there for. They're gonna be there for another 2 years.
So Pedro,
I thought this was gonna be. I thought this was gonna be an 8 or 9 team, Pedro. To be honest with you,
so Pedro,
we have that. We have the talent to be that.
Mm-hmm. So then what happened?
there's a thing between having the talent, and when I say talent, the physical talent to play the game. Now, do these guys do they know how to be a team? Is a different concept. And a lot of these guys, they might have been the best player on the team, but that doesn't mean that they was that dog that you want. A lot of them, they haven't even unleashed them.
No, you've been preaching that. You're correct. You've been preaching that for a good 2-3 months. I mean, even before the podcast yesterday, you were giving us these little jewels about, hey, these guys are not the same guys from back then. You know, it's a different time. You were telling this stuff already, so we're very aware of that. But I'm not trying to convince you, the listeners who don't get it, because you got too many people that just stuck on our fandom and stuck on our past to think that the switch is going to get turned around. There's too many variables that we ain't there yet. That's just the reality of it.
I disagree, Pedro. I disagree because we okay, listen, there's so many factors that go into a good team, but, you know, at the end of the day, we still have more talent than a lot of these coastal teams, right? And it's pretty evident, tell me if you agree or disagree, that we've played first-year head coaches and a team that is in a real rebuild, that they've switched everything around, okay? And we've lost to freshman quarterbacks, okay? We've gotten out-coached at every single level of the game, okay? And I know there's execution that's been left on the field that's been completely off, but at the same time, you have to realize that this team is a lot better than Georgia Tech. This team is a lot better than Central Michigan. This team is a lot better than the teams that we have played.
You're totally missing what Pedro's saying, though.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was getting. I was getting ready to get at. We're not better at. Again. You're not missing what I said. As a team. As a team, no. Individual players, yes. I've been saying that for a long time. We have individual players who will win great matches, but there's a thing that's called team.
Yes,
and that's what you're missing. The team. You're missing what I'm saying as a team concept. That was lacking. The team. On paper, yes, it looks that way. But as you look at our squad as a team, no, because there's too many fractions, too many clicks that these dudes. They just talked about on the podcast about how line got clicks. When you got clicks all over the team, you can disagree all you want, but this is factual.
I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying that I disagree because there's little bits and bits where I see of the game where mismanagement, okay, from the coaching staff that can make a difference between the 7-0 and the 3-4 that we're at. I'm saying right now that if Manny
it's a collection of both. It's a collection.
He's learning the job.
It's a collection of both. It's a collection of both. What you say, you want to disagree with me, but when I'm saying factual, I never said or discredit what you're saying. It is a faction. It's a factor of both. Now, the thing is with the mismanagement. Okay, granted, this is Manny Diaz's first time as a head coach. He's still trying to figure that shit out. So, I mean, the thing is, it's a whole new. Manny's trying to revitalize and change the whole entire culture, and you're not going to change it overnight. When I saw Manny get hired, I'm like, okay, they bring in somebody who already has been here. Half of the one side of the ball is already covered. Okay, let's try to fix the other side of the ball. Okay, granted, we're trying to get that together. The thing is, you got to realize that there's a lot of people on this team that shouldn't even be on this team. If you want to talk about what Miami is, or what we know Miami to be, we got a lot of scholarship dudes, got a lot of guys on scholarship that should never had a scholarship at Miami. So you got a lot of people on the team that's just wasting time. That's bad recruiting. So that's why Manny, one of the first things Manny did is do what? Fire the whole recruiting staff. So, And again, a lot of these dudes that's on our teams, as you see now, a lot of them are like sophomores and juniors. They gonna be around 2-3 more years. Granted, that's just real.
Yeah,
so we have to deal with that. We got to deal with that.
All right, 24/17. Check this out. Have you ever seen that cartoon Voltron?
No, negative.
Okay, well, there was a cartoon.
He probably too young. He probably too young.
But that explains what Voltron was. You know, if your left leg is moving, your right leg is moving. Tell him that concept. That's what I'm trying to tell him. I got another one. I got another one.
Power Rangers might be better for him.
Okay, Power Rangers. I got another one. I got another good example. All right, real quick. I got another example. There's 2 street games. There's the Red Dragons and there's the Blue Whales or whatever. The Blue Whales only got 20 members, right? But the Red Dragons got 50 members. But see, what's the problem is with the Red Dragons? Them 50 members, they got inside cliques inside there, and they got 50 members. 9 out of 10 times, the Blue Dragons are gonna fuck up. The Blue Whales are gonna fuck up the Red Dragons because the Red Dragons got too much clicks inside the game. Do you understand? Am I breaking down the science to him there, Pedro?
No, I absolutely listen. I understand, and I truly get what you're trying to say. It's a team out there, and they have to play as a unit, as one. 11 players on the field on offense and on defense. I get it.
Okay, all right. We might have the talent, but they're not there. They're not. That's what's going on.
I get it. But I guess I'm blind to the fact where they're saying. You there?
Yeah, we're there.
Yeah, go ahead. What you saying? You're blind to the fact of what?
I'm blind to the fact that I'm blind to the fact that we're losing so much, I guess, and I'm so upset about it. Okay, and the things that I've heard, like I said, from inside the program, I guess what I'm blind to the fact is that what Pedro just said, that they're not playing as one. I guess I'm a little blind to that. I got to be honest, because I'm a little biased. And
I'm gonna tell you this.
Let me finish. I'm upset that they're spending so much money on a damn turnover chain that is celebrating the wrong set of things. And the reason why they do this is because they research what Manny was good at. Manny is good at Twitter and all that stuff, and the chain brings in media attention. Okay, and we're celebrating all the wrong things. Okay, when you're winning, it's genius, but when you're losing, it looks really bad. And I guess I'm upset because of that as well, because we could be allocating those funds elsewhere to be helping either in the recruiting department or somewhere along with the development department, somewhere along those lines. We create a couple more jobs that will help us get to where we need to get.
Okay, well, the thing is with the developing other jobs or creating a job, that's not going to happen. You can forget about that. What you're saying, the clicks and things like that, I knew about that going back to last season. I don't know if you knew about it. It did hit the airwaves that the week of Virginia Tech game last year, these dudes were fighting on the field in practice. They were fighting teammates, literally. There was a couple of fights throughout that week. So it's been, that whole clip thing been going on, and it all has been predicated upon the defense versus the offense, because you know why? The defense been tired the last few years of carrying the burden, and they're like, when the offense going to help us out? And this year, Manny, during this offseason, Manny attempted to break up the clique. I'm not successful. I don't know how successful they are, but a lot of these guys are more together now.
That's the way we're living right now.
And these guys are they're starting to come together. They're starting to come together. How long is it going to take? Well, we'll see. Like I said, they got a lot of guys on this team that individually they can go. They can ball. As a team, they still finding their way. Do they got enough leadership or guys that, well, we know, like if we all play football, that's going to You know, if you on a team and you messing up, you know somebody gonna run up on you. We ain't got those dudes, though. We don't got those dudes on our team. And we may have, like I said, one or two that will run up and split your shit, for lack of a better word, on the team. We ain't got like a 4 or 5 of them on one side of the ball that gonna be like, yo, those days don't exist. You know, this generation of kids are soft. And it's sad.
I actually know a lineman like that.
And we got a bunch of them, and they were talking about it on the podcast. I mean, I knew about that. I know about that. You know, I'm not, when I hear, you know, what Bo said a while back, yo, go get me some linemen that rushes, I agree. Those dudes know how to grapple. The problem is, I'm going to tell you another thing that I noticed with our line, and it's not just our team, but it's a lot of teams. These guys don't use their hands. If you're an O-lineman and you don't use your hands, you lost. You shot.
Well, that's just a lot of it. It's not upper body. A lot of it has to do with lower body as well.
Well, you know, hey, you know what the problem is, Pedro? Pedro, you know what the problem is? You know, it's all these camps and Nike camps. All they do is pass block. All they do is pass block. Fuck, give me some fucking road graders. I need some run block and just go downhill and just knock people out. That's what I need.
I need some sleds. We need some old school sleds.
I don't need some. I mean, I can. The only thing that'd be easier to teach someone to pass block than, I mean, if someone that's already physical. Even some of these high school linemen up here, the big ones. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I watch them. They're soft. They're just bigger than other kids, but they're soft.
Well, kids nowadays, period, like we talked though, are soft. This whole generation now being kids are soft.
But what
this generation, I've been saying that for the longest.
But you saw what Deion Sanders. Did you see what Deion Sanders, the video he put out about kids being soft and stuff? He said how and being disrespectful and stuff. How can it be on the kids? The kids are bigger, faster, stronger now. They got more access to football. They got football all year round. You know why they're soft? Yeah. It's the coaching. It's the high school coaching. The high school coaches are soft in a lot of these places. A lot of these places, if you're really good, they kiss their ass and let them do whatever they want instead of holding them accountable.
Hey, Bo.
Yes.
Bo, hold on. It ain't even high school. We can go back before that.
Yeah, we can.
The middle, huh?
Yeah, no, you're right. We can.
We can go all the way back to when these kids start playing 6, 7 years old. And what's the thing now? Everybody gets you a participation trophy, so I got to work hard.
Yes, 100%. Listen. That's it. I coach 2 Pop Warner leagues twice, and the reason why I stopped was I kept having discussions back and forth with the parents, because the parents would always want to, be the coach.
Yep.
It's like we're out there volunteering. We don't have to be here, you know. We don't get paid to do it. We're volunteering to teach them, you know. And then they're going back and forth with us, okay. And then when we correct their sons, they don't like the way we do it. We got to do it the easy approach. You know,
I had to deal with the same thing. I coached in Houston, Texas, before I moved back home to Miami. I coached out there, and I saw it, and it was crazy because I was a defensive coordinator, and I had my team lined up, and the head coach came to me and said, "Hey, you got to play this guy." And I was like, "Who? You got to play this particular?" I'm like, "Coach, this dude can't play." Well, he's a straight A student. He's a model citizen. He comes to work every day, and he busts his ass. And I was like, "You got to be kidding me!" And I was instituted by the head coach. You got to play this guy regardless. And I was like, "This is some bullshit." And then he was like, "The thing was, it said all kids play, but all kids don't play the same." And right then, I knew that I can't coach anymore. I was done with it.
You want to know
for the simple fact of what you say.
You want to know what else is the problem, Pedro, especially in Florida? Is to say, say you're a high school coach. The kid can transfer on you now. He can just get up and go.
They can do that here. As long as you live in the county, you go to any school in the county. And there's 4 different high schools in the county. You can live on the south end of the county and go to the school with north end as long as the parents sign off, the principal, and the athletic director signs off. You go anywhere you want.
Well, in Florida, the athletic director don't got to sign off. The height. I mean,
In
Florida, we used to have a rule that they didn't have an open. If you tried to transfer, they had to do it. It wasn't that easy. You have to go through the actual district and a whole bunch of programs. It was harder to do that, but now they just got it wide open.
Oh, it's wide open. You talk about recruiting? Well, they're recruiting like crazy. Well, hold on. Hey, you're on Cane Shades.
Hi, this is Anthony.
Anthony,
Hey, Anthony.
What do you got to say, Anthony?
Hey, I have a question for Pedro. Do you think with the...
No. Pedro, don't answer that. What were you writing in the comments? Is that you writing in the comments?
No.
It's someone else, Bo. This is poor Anthony.
No, I don't care, but they're using his name. So, Anthony, who's using your name to write in our comments?
Oh, no, I was talking to Northrush.
No, you weren't. I saw your little... I saw what you wrote in the comments. Who's using your name, or was it you?
That was me.
All right, then, Anthony.
That was me.
That was you? Well, unfucking subscribe, Anthony. Goodbye.
Well, what do you do? What do you do, Bo? What's going on, Bo?
You don't see what he wrote in the comments? He says, "Hey, I'm having a problem, Norfresh. How do I unsubscribe from Cane Shades?" And then he says, "Hey, Cane Shades, how do I unsubscribe for you?" And now he wants to call in and get out of here.
Well, let's keep it moving. I kind of want. Let's keep it moving.
Get out of here. Go somewhere else with that.
Maybe he meant subscribe. Well, let's keep it moving.
No, he said unsubscribe. He said, I'm having a problem. I can't unsubscribe you. How do I unsubscribe you? Well, unsubscribe your ass and lose my fucking number. How about that? Shit.
All right, we'll keep the show. We'll keep the show moving. I played Pop Warner here in Miami from '94, '95. Wow. Them coaches were not messing around, man. Are they still doing the garbage? You know how they use the garbage bags underneath the they still doing that or no? You know when you're trying to look, because I was 120 pound, right? And I was playing on the 140 pound, but I had to lose weight since I was 15. I had to be on, and they put the garbage bags underneath the pads, and they told me to run till I lose weight. Giving me X-Lax, and all types of shit. They still do that or no?
No, they don't got weight limit no more. They don't got weight limit no more. Now it's just age. It's just age.
Oh, because I was 15, but I was on the 140, and if you're 15, you gotta weigh under 120 to play for the 140s. And I was like 122, 123, so I was trying to lose weight. And man, they were putting garbage bags underneath my pads, telling me to run 5 laps, giving me X-Lax, all types of stuff. They were pushing. They were pushing me back then.
No, they don't do that. No, they got rid of that. They went straight age now. Matter of fact, it started this year. It's the first year. It's the first year Pop Warner went to that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But hey, what do we know? So let's go to our predictions. Who wants? Hey, 247. What's your prediction?
What's up?
What's your prediction for Saturday? We're wrapping it up.
Okay, so I'm just going to give it to you. 24-17, pick a winner.
Oh,
I don't know what team's going to show up. I'm being honest.
You can't do that.
You can't do that. You got to pick Miami or what's it called?
I'm okay. I'm just going to put my Cane Shades on. Miami.
You say that, right?
Yeah.
Oh, man. All right, so it's my turn to pick?
It's your turn.
Yeah, I'm going last.
All right. Well, I hope for the best. 31-28 Miami in the upset.
Wow. You guys make it.
I don't care. I've never rooted against my team. Even the sorry ass Buffalo Bills. I've never when they were sorry. So, I've never ever say my team's going to lose.
I got a question.
It's not in me to do that.
I got a question. You said 31-28. Who's going to make the field goal?
Oh, it's Christ, bro. Why'd you do that to me, bro? All right. Well, then let me 28-27. Miami.
Dang. Pedro, what do you got?
That was a good one, bro.
Pedro, what do you got?
I just got Miami with the win. How they do it? Shit. Man.
Yeah. I should have had Miami with the win.
I got a weird.
Yeah, I got Miami with the win.
I got like a 19-20 game. Miami misses one extra point, and they win it 19-20.
Damn.
Tommy.
I mean, 34-17 Pittsburgh.
Oh, you're going to the game? Oh man, dude, you better not be mad. You should be ready then. You should go there, just get a nice buzz.
Nah, I gotta call him out. How the hell are we making a field goal?
Yeah, how are we making a field goal?
Yeah.
Who is making the field goal, Tommy?
Camden Price.
Oh.
Okay, I should respect that.
Hey,
you should have went 16.
You want to talk fantasy world?
What's fantasy?
All right, check this out. I got a story. What if somehow our defense comes out, right, and we only hold Pittsburgh to 7 points, and somehow a miracle that the kickers make like 5-10 yarders, and there's like 4 of them, and we win 12-7. No?
Wow. That's what I started.
Fucking crazy. All right. I watch too many movies.
But we don't know. I mean, I don't know. There's a reason why I did that. There's a reason.
Anthony, Anthony, what do you got for us?
No, hey, I know you're upset. It's YouTube forcing me. It's unsubscribing by itself. So I'm trying to figure out if you guys know how I can fix it.
Is what I'm saying. Bro, leave this poor kid alone. Anthony, ask your question to Pedro.
Oh, Pedro, I was with social media being so prevalent now, do you think the pressure is on these kids to be more successful in college, and that's what's happening too, as well? Or hello?
Pedro?
Do I think that social media is putting pressure on them to be
putting pressure on them to be more successful right away, and that's what's causing some of these kids to break down when they get into college, like mentally or something like that, or
you can say yes or no. You can say yes or no.
No. I don't think that has anything to do.
Pedro says no, Anthony.
Either you want it or you don't want it.
That, or do you guys have opinions on that?
Anthony, either you want it, it's either you want it or you don't want it. Social media can't make you be better than what you are.
Exactly.
You gotta want it.
I agree with Pedro, and can I add something to it real quick?
Go ahead.
Social media is social media. It's reality. And the kids know this. Okay? So regardless whether they're on social media or not, it's not going to make them better. All right? So I don't get what you're trying to say, that it's more they're going to be more successful or it's going to hurt them. I don't get your question.
I was just asking a question. Like, what was the theory to, like, what do you think, Anthony?
Because I was reading an article that was written by a sports psychologist on a blog, and he says that with social media being how it is now, football is so different that to the point where some of these kids, some of the fans are putting pressure on these kids to produce right away and stuff like that. And when
okay, Pedro, I got a question for you. Do you think that social media, like on Twitter, do you think the players, you know how the Hurricane fans would go buku crazy? Do you think that some of the Hurricane football players are paying attention to Twitter and putting a little pressure on them?
I think that some of the players are looking at it.
But it does not influence their play? Does it influence their play or no?
With this generation, as soft as they are, I think some of it does.
Yes, Anthony, some of it does.
Yeah, but not most of it.
Not most of it, Anthony.
Not most of it, but that's what my point was, like, because social media, it seems like fans want to put pressure on these kids to produce right away, and when they don't, the fans go on Twitter and say these kids are garbage and stuff like that. And
hold on. You know what the remedy is to all that?
play good.
The remedy to all that, just, not even that, just take care of social media.
Yeah.
Yeah, really. It's very simple. That is like when I hear the stupidest shit ever, cyberbully. Just log on.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man, that cyberbully shit, man. Man, it's the most stupid thing I've ever heard.
Just log on. Listen, but the majority of the pressure is not so much the fans. The majority of the pressure, it comes from family. A lot of these kids come from different backgrounds where they don't have too much, and the family is putting that heat. Yo, we need you to, get to that next level. So it's more family than I think is psychology. Then that's like more than the fans.
Right. But I understand his question because it comes with, some psychological standpoints that could affect the players because they say a promise or something and then they don't live up to it, and so they feel that pressure. But what lives true to a psychological aspect of the game is if the cameras are rolling, right, and they know NFL scouts are sitting in the stands, you're going to have those players which are going to give 100% effort then, and then you're going to have the players where it's a noon game, there's not NFL scouts, it's only on ACC Network, it's not a nationally televised game, they're gonna hold back on their aim a little bit.
Mm-hmm. And you know what? And if it takes that much for them kids the ball to think that there's somebody in the stands that makes them want to play ball that well, they pussy. Because you should want to be out there balling regardless. Because the truth of the matter is, there's going to be scouts in the stands regardless. It takes for you to know them, to be there, for you to play your best that week.
But,
that's the world we live in now. That's the truth.
He's been saying this for like a month, though, Anthony. He said that most of these players are not the same players.
But 247, come on, man, because the eye in the sky doesn't lie, and everyone's gonna see the tape. So you got to go out there and perform.
Mm-hmm.
You want to go to the league and you want to put out bad film because there ain't no one in the stands.
All right, put the tape back in. Listen, put the tape back in. Rewind. Let's go watch the play where Georgia Tech has a punt, okay? It's a fake punt. We know that we're in punt safe, and we got some players that are quitting. Not confused that they're quitting. They're just standing there, and they're not even going after the ball. They're just in their stands.
It's not quitting. It's being lazy.
You're not going to use one example. I mean, the thing was punt safe, and it's not what y'all think it is, man. He didn't quit. It wasn't being lazy. It was a bad play call.
Again, to answer my question, Pedro, I just called to ask you that question specifically.
It was a bad. It was a bad play call.
Anthony, thanks. Anthony, hold on. Are you about to hang up, Anthony?
Yes.
Hey, have I told you you're my favorite caller, Anthony?
I've heard that from you like 12 or 14 times.
All right, well, thank you, Anthony. You keep calling, man. You're my favorite caller. Thanks for calling in.
Yeah, bro.
All right.
Anthony, to go.
All right, we ready to go. Oh, well, you know what? I got an Anthony question for Pedro. Do you think, with Bubba Baxter, he has no business being on the field. Do you think it's almost bullying that Manny Diaz puts him in at this point? Because it's gonna, he should have no business kicking anymore.
As far as Bubba Baxter, I think that he does have a place on this team, which is kickoffs.
Yep.
And personally, I'll limit it there because I've seen enough to be like, all right,
too much.
Going a different direction.
Yeah, it's too much putting him in that type of pressure, right?
We saw it. I mean, we saw it.
You almost feel bad for the guy.
Yeah, I do. When he went in to kick that field goal, I was like, really? We really want to do this right now? And then when he missed it, I was like, okay, it's expected.
Well, all right.
It's almost the expectation right now is almost when we see him on the field, we know what we're gonna get. That's how bad it is.
Well, all right, let's wrap it up. Go ahead, Damien.
Hey, hold on a quick second. 24/7. Before we get off, just stay online because we got to rap about that. What you want to rap about?
Yeah, don't hang up.
Got you.
All right, Damien. All right. Wrap it up, Damien, so we begin the show.
All right. Okay, well, in 1912, the iceberg hit the Titanic. And now we're in 2019, and the iceberg hit the Miami Hurricane Titanic, and the ship is sinking. Will the ship sink on Saturday night? We'll see. We'll always have Hurricane Shades on here, and we're out of here.